Kelly. So this is round 2, vintage challenge with the cat thing. I just used up 7 of my minutes versus Brian Kelly, but so be it. This hand seems reasonable. Hungry. I'm gonna keep. Muggy, they just didn't keep a bizarre hand. What are you like? What are you saying? They also didn't have any force of wills ever. Our opponent is just not lucky enough. That's what happens when you're too good. You end up being not as lucky. Deathrite Shaman. Jeez. What happened to the Brian Kelly I knew and loved? This would be a noble hierarch. Brian, show me your secrets. Standstill and a Destiny Spinner. Alright, that is the Brian Kelly we know and love. Also a Mind Break Trap and a Force of Will. Alright, let's get the I guess we'll just try to get this Force of Will out of our opponent's hand. I guess they could also just respond by standstilling. I feel like we can never win this game. I feel like I'm just gonna 0-2 drop this challenge miserably. There's like no point in me doing any other play. I feel like they just play standstill, pay for the, or not pay for the remora, just eat the remora, and I can't ever win, right? They just played Destiny Spinner because now their standstill is uncounterable. Ah, yes, the tech chat. The fuck. I am 100% to 0-2 this challenge. That's a good draw, but it's gonna run right into our opponent's trap. At least we'll draw some cards with our remora. I let Brian know that I was finishing the league, and he said it was okay, so I think we'll be okay. So this gets forced. Pitching Time Walk. I draw a card. I Flusterstorm it. They Mind Break Trap the stack, and I draw 2 cards. I guess that's the most I can ask for, right? I get to draw 2 cards off my Lurrus. I guess theoretically he can let it resolve, but it doesn't seem like that would be the choice he would make, I would assume. Force, Time Walk, draw. We're definitely gonna draw out the Mind Break Trap and get the extra card. Try to draw Force of Will. I guess I can't even force the standstill because of the fucking Destiny Spinner. Never mind, chat. We're 100% to get standstill. So many main deck Mind Break Traps. I guess we can successfully resolve this Lurrus if we draw exactly Force of Will. Okay. Okay. Alright. Maybe we can play Magic today. I just need to call it, chat. You just gotta call it. If you don't call it, then what are you even doing? Alright, can opponents successfully stand still now with us having a Lurrus? I guess that's the next question. We can't PO here because we do not have another Metalcraft. Alright. I gotta keep rereading this Destiny Spinner. Creatures and enchantments can't be countered. This card seems sweet. It's a 2/3, so it can't be dead weighted or seal fired. Man, the Lurrus ban is too soon, guys. We haven't gotten into Destiny Spinner tech yet. The Lurrus ban will be too soon. We haven't adapted to Destiny Spinner yet. You heard it here first. So this can't ever be countered. What do we want to draw? They're just going to get to Ancestral off their standstill. It's not the biggest deal. Everything will still be fine at the end of the day. Do we... Yeah, we just pay for this, I think. We have some land drops to make here. I'm kind of interested in just making them. No need to break this right now. There's no reason to get rid of our Lurrus either. I do want to draw... I think I'll just pay one more time. I'd like to maybe draw an artifact, even though it will trick... Not that artifact! Alright, well, I guess we'll just PO on our next upkeep here. I guess I do expose this Academy to Wasteland off the top, but... I think that's okay. I gotta be careful with my calls, you know? Sometimes you say draw artifact and you draw Mox Opal. Alright, so I'm gonna go for the PO here. I'm gonna break the Standstill. I will return the Lurrus as well. I assume I'm just gonna get flustered here. Represent my Pyroblast. Imagine if they put like a Spell Queller here that can't be countered. I guess you can't do that with Lurrus, but I would see Brian Kelly doing it. Ancestral. I get to draw a card. That would also trigger Standstill, and I also would lose my Remora, so that seems like a shit play, Log. Alright, they drew a Force of Will, also triggering Remora. I think I'm gonna cast Dig Through Time with all this on the stack as well. Am I going to now? Replay Remora. Alright, fine. Nope. Replay Remora. Is this a breach kill? I don't know. Sure, a good breach PO though. I'm gonna try to find a counter spell to go with this. The problem with breaching is they can eat my PO. I could play a Lavinia. They can still eat my PO. I can just PO though. I could just play a Lavinia. Can't draw into PO. Yeah, I could, but then I don't have, then my breach is bad. Like, what the fuck's the point? I think I should though. I should delve away and not let them eat anything. I feel like what I want to do is this resolves. Now I have Pyroblast backup as well as a second Remora. The only way this goes bad is Flusterstorm. So theoretically, I have lethal if opponent has nothing left. So I need to have enough mana to work through the Deathray Shaman. But what I probably should just do is Lotus, replay Lurrus, replay Lotus. Just like get a bunch of Remoras going. Is that better than going for like a lethal freeze line? Oh, I could just mill target them. It's pretty close. I guess that is true. Does lose to Flusterstorm, and then it gets eaten, I guess is the problem with that line. But we can still just play a Lurrus and go for it. That's true. Milling BK is dangerous. At the very least, I can like some Remoras. Freeze them. Let's see what happens. They could have Veil of Summer. Veil of, I guess I have mental misstep for Veil of Summer. I kind of had everything covered, I think. The only thing I didn't have covered was a Flusterstorm. But like, I think if opponent Flusterstorms this, we still just win with like PO. We don't actually need to breach them. We don't like actually need to freeze them. All right, so Brian is on some kind of bug Lurrus thing. How do we respond to that? I don't fucking know how we're supposed to board versus Brian Kelly bug Lurrus thing. It could be anything. They could have anything, chat. Like, I guess we need to figure out, like, you think they're gonna play Collector Oof is something that we would have to worry about. I feel like we want to play like Brian's a creature deck, but like theoretically we could just board out of being an outcome deck, right? Like theoretically we could just board out of being an outcome deck, but then we're like fighting on Brian's level of like a fair deck or something. I'm not sure I feel that. I don't know. I don't know what's in their deck. That's the hard part here. I feel like there's got to be a Sylvan library. I feel like normally I would say we don't want Seal, but I feel like against Brian Kelly it makes too much sense. I kind of feel like I want to just like not do this against like the main deck Brian Kelly Mindbreak Trap shenanigans and try to play like a Jeskai Sprite Dragon deck and say YOLO. And I'm not 100% sure I want like more Pyroblasts. I could want more Pyroblasts. Do I want more? I mean, I probably don't want Mystical Tutor. Do I want Mindbreak Trap? Maybe we want like a Mindbreak Trap instead of a Bobble. Let's just play a different deck. How about that? Let's just sideboard into this random Jeskai Sprite Dragon deck. Yeah. I just don't know how many enchantments opponent's gonna play, right? That's the question. Seems like, oh, I should definitely have boarded out Chain. Oh well. I mean, Chain's probably fine, but he who predicted my board and boarded it in 0 oof. I feel that. I feel like this might be a better option, but I don't know. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Pretty fair hand here. I feel like Mystic Remora against Brian Kelly is dangerous. feel like this might not be the plan, especially on the draw. Maybe we should have boarded these out for like something else. I don't know. This doesn't seem very good either, though. There's always going to be permanence Brian's playing, so yeah, it could be fine. Boarding goes out the window when Brian Kelly is involved. Could be anything. Could be anything. 6-card Brian Kelly hand. Survey says Standstill. Destiny Spinner? Alright, Destiny Spinner it is. We have the answer, chat. Never fear. Oh my god, we drew double Remora. I should have boarded out Remora, I think, on the draw. In a Standstill, the value play. Oh my god, it was a strip mine. I'm glad I didn't play around Wasteland. Rip the Remora. Rip the Remora. Oh man, that's just the new meta. The new meta is Destiny Spinner into Standstill, guys. I don't know why you weren't keeping up, but that's just the value play. This is like 3 mana buy a couple turns of silence. Oh, the classic Caracas Sprite Dragon draw. We did it, chat. Just good deck building. One more time. Yes, at least Seal of Cleansing. Yeah, this is a very vintage statement. Ready? At least our Seal of Cleansing can deal with their Destiny Spinner. Just some pure unadulterated vintage right there. All right, Remora down. Can I get more mana? More mana it is. No, I agree. I mean, I should have boarded out Remora on the draw. I think Remora on the play versus BK is still fine, but I should have boarded out Remora on the draw for sure. I just didn't. I just overlooked it. Not gonna pop this yet. Don't really see a super good reason to. Alright, well, now I'll pop it. I don't want to take 2 more damage. What's the... Incoming... I don't know, something. Boom! Cleansed! I guess they could flash in an enchantment somehow. Uncounterable Containment Priest. We still can't cast our Lurrus due to our overwhelming amount of red mana. Can't protect the Sprite Dragon with Flusterstorm, but still kind of in to get my little dragon in there. That sounds bad. I'm still in to cast the Sprite Dragon and attack with haste. Jesus Christ. No one tell Aaron. Dive down. Uh-oh. Is this gonna be Abrupt Decay? What is this? Blue, green, repeal? Repeal? Alright, yeah, you got it repealed. It's been repealed. Thank God Log quoted that wrong. would be a shame to have the actual quote there. All right, I just want to draw Black Lotus. That's not really too much to ask, right? We just draw Black Lotus. Brian doesn't leave home without 1 Mindbreak Trap, 1 Repeal, 2 Daze, 3 Force of Will, and a Force of Negation. Brian doesn't leave home without that. Sometimes he needs like 1 Noble Hierarch as well. A Death Reach Shaman. You got it. Seal of Primordium. That sucks. We brought Mox Ruby down, I guess. And a Wasteland? Brian. Oh, why? We are so far behind here, chat. So far behind. I'm kind of regretting this fair plan. I kind of want to just go back to POing next game. Kind of want to just slam PO next game instead. Doesn't look like opponents on Pyroblast. This chain's gotta go. I'm not convinced we need to get the... Not convinced that we need to remove the Remoras, but I could see removing the Remoras. Opponent is still on a very spell-heavy deck. Brian's against casting Lurrus. Won't ever do it. We drew our Lotus. Okay. Can't protect it with Flusterstorm mana, but... I feel like we just gotta go in with our 2 Force of Wills here. We're definitely gonna get Mindbreak trapped. Like 1000% to be Mindbreak trapped here, but... It's a guy to do. You know, if you buy the more expensive version of Black Lotus, you draw it more often. True story. Wait, I'm not even getting paid for that. You get like a GoatBots, GoatBots. I call them. Sponsorship. What I should do. Yeah, no one plays around Mindbreak Trap, guys. Just not something you do. You actually hardcast Mindbreak Trap if they wanted to. Is our chain? Yeah, the perfect use of chain. Pitches a blue card. Absolutely. Big fact. In the tank we go. Okay, we have 8 minutes on the clock. Brian is allowed to tank. I made him wait 7 minutes so that we could cannon a dredge opponent. It was 100% worth it. I will allow the tank. Oh, so Brian knows about, I think, at least 1, maybe 2 of our forces. That just resolved. I see. Don't see. I don't really see. All right, well, we're gonna cast the Black Lotus again. I could play around Mindbreak Trap and not do that. I could like play the Ruby, but I would rather dig here. Maybe I don't want to dig here. Play around like Flusterstorm per se. I'm willing to run headlong into the trap. We have a Caracas to protect our Lurrus. We might be back in this game. Yeah, definitely passing now. I agree. I think we're supposed to replay the Lotus though. There's like some argument to replaying Ruby there. as like the safe play for trap, but I don't like it. Thank you. Excuse me. Alright. Opponent didn't eat with Deathstrike Shaman. They would have to eat their own pile, but... Alright, what is the plan? Stan. What is Brian? Yeah. Brian? Trying. What is Brian trying? Oh. Their own Lurrus play, you say? So be it. Did I board in trap? Did board in trap. Did board in trap. Not like, I don't really exactly like how we boarded, but do I care? Yes, I do care. Alright, I will force this. I will pitch this Chain of Vapor. I don't really want them returning any of the things, even though I have a Caracas to answer their Lurrus. Any returned seals and destiny spinners seems like an issue for me. So if this gets a counter, I'm gonna Black Lotus dig through time. And then if that gets countered, all right, then we still have Force Fluster. I feel like at the end of all of this, theoretically, my opponent will have a lot more cards than I will, but they won't have a Lurrus. Theoretically. But I've lined up these counter wars with Brian before and been very, very wrong, so let's find out together. Together, chat, we will find out if we can actually counter Brian Kelly's spells. Snapcaster Mage targeting what? Targeting repeal? It's targeting. Whatever, your Snapcaster Mage resolves. Repeal my Lotus? I was gonna crack my Lotus anyways. It must be repeal my Lotus, right? Which is fine. Now opponent's got way low mana. Yeah, we're definitely not letting you draw a card. Okay, so what's the plan? They know I have Fluster from the earlier probe. I'm gonna dig. Seal, Remora, Loda. I don't think we need a Remora. Yeah, I'm baiting for a Fluster here. Opponent only has 2 cards left. But they know I have Fluster. I feel like we're just gonna outright win the game here. Involved. These cards suck. I guess we want Tundra and Lavinia? Lavinia? Is that right? Gotta be Tundra Lavinia. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna force pitching Sprite Dragon, because I think my opponent has a Mind Break Trap at the end of all of this. I guess I should have forced the Lurrus again, but whatever. They could also have Fluster Mind Break Trap off of Deathstrike Shaman. We're actually kind of in a little bit of an awkward spot. We kind of have to return Lotus to play our Lavinia because we need to keep up our Caracas. So opponent knows I have Fluster, so maybe that's just a mistake, but I don't know. I couldn't help thinking they might have Fluster or Trap, but not sure which one. But maybe that was a mistake. So The only 1-mana spell that could kill my Lurrus right now is a Fatal Push. I kind of want to just blow this EE up, actually. This could go back and bite me, but whatever. If they have exactly Fatal Push, this kind of fucks me. But all right. Interesting draw. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get my Black Lotus back and use it to cast Lavinia. This way I can keep open my my Caracas on Lurrus, and then they can't use any Delve spells. I think this puts us in a pretty good spot to win this game. Here, words. Here, I think I'm interested in just rebuilding with Ruby. Maybe it makes more sense to just rebuild with by putting a Lotus in play. I don't really want to Swords this Snapcaster. It doesn't really seem worth it. Like, obviously, I could attack in with, like, Lavinia right now, but I guess I'd rather just have a Lotus. I'll just pass back. I could attack with Lavinia, but then... I'm not really into it. I don't really think that's what I want to be doing. Maybe getting rid of Sprite right now. I feel like we played that fine. I am at 5 minutes though. If I lose this game, I'm gonna have to win really quickly next round. That just happens. Draw island. So let's do island. I'm just gonna seal away this emerald. Come off mana a little bit more. Still have all of our spells open. Still don't see a reason to attack. I don't ever want to tap this. I want to be able to save my Lurrus. Lurrus is like how we're going to gain an advantage here in this game. We could have Swords next turn to start gaining life. Bounce. Yeah, I mean, that'll happen. That's fine. They actually bounce their Snapcaster in response to removal, which is kind of annoying. Mindbreak Trap, Daze, Chalice, Jet. Interesting. Let me get this seal back into play. Break Trap, Daze. I gotta play a little faster. I don't think I'm supposed to pop this though. Bobble, great draw. All right, we'll look to remove this Snapcaster Mage from play this turn, I think. We'll do that by sealing the seal and then swordsing the Snapcaster, and then we'll try to start gaining life with our Lurrus. Seal your seal. Now, does he seal Snapcaster or does he seal Lurrus? He seals Lavinia. I am still not near my Mindbreak Trap count, so I think swordsing here is fine. Kind of makes me think they have like a dig through time or something. Go to my next turn. Play a land, play a Lavinia. I don't have any lands to fetch. Wonderful. Play a Lavinia. I guess I should be worried about another Snapcaster Mage, right? Is this getting countered? Is this getting dazed? Is this getting, what is this? This is gonna be the, oh, this is gonna be the dig through time that we thought they had. Unfortunately, I can't hard cast Force because I didn't have a land to fetch. But this is a pretty good cash in on my Flusterstorm. And they can't Mind Break Trap anymore. We're just gonna play a Bobble, draw with a Bobble. We have 3 minutes on our clock. I could play a Mox to hold up Force of Will, that's correct, but I don't think I want to. I think I would rather draw a card. I don't really know what opponent could cast here that I would really need to force theoretically. But maybe you're right. Maybe Mox is better there. I don't know. Drawing a card seems insane. I see that there's like a pretty reasonable reason, but like if an opponent has a removal spell, I already have a Caracas. So like what can opponent actually play that matters to me? I don't really know. Time Walk, Bobble, active. All right, be a pretty short game after that. That was cool. We don't really know what Brian was like. I don't know if there's a super fair Lurrus deck, maybe. Pretty cool though. Some kind of standstill bug. Lurrus bug standstill thing with Destiny Spinner. Alright. So we have our next round starting soon. We won't turn on a cannon league yet. I am going to refresh myself and we will be right back.